My mom, when she was in her early 20s, she had cancer, and it was in her leg, in her knee specifically, and it was a very rare childhood type of cancer. And her doctors told her that they were going to have to amputate her leg to save her life, and even so, she may not live. So she did live, ultimately. She started feeling badly, and this was in COVID year. And so she said, I'm not feeling well. I think I may have pneumonia. I really don't want any visitors. We just need to stay safe. We need to make wise choices. She did go in for some testing, and she kept the results to herself for a little bit, and finally allowed my dad to tell my sister and I that they had discovered masses in her lungs. My mom would tell you that her whole life was bonus years from the first time she had cancer, and she got to have her marriage, have her family, raise her children, meet her grandchildren, all 4 of her grandchildren. She just decided that she did not want to put herself through the process of chemotherapy and radiation. And so she just was at peace with where she was in her life, and she was ready to go on. I remember the first time that I had to call hospice. I'm in the counseling profession, and so I live in a world of feelings and processing feelings and emotions, but nothing had hit me so hard as calling Trellis and saying the words hospice associated with my own mother. Then that very day, they got her medical records, and they had someone, I believe his name was John, come to the house. Was it the very next day?
The next morning.
The next morning, to assess her and determine what her best needs were. And so my mom was able to remain in her home, in her own bedroom, with care from her family and from hospice workers for the additional month and a half that she had to live.
It's there's so much going through your mind, and there's emotions, and there's, do we need to, you almost don't know what you need to worry about, but there's so much that kind of pops in your head at random times, day or night, that you think you might need to worry about. And it was just so reassuring to have the Trellis staff there, to have their expertise, but also their compassion and empathy and great listening ears.
And then when she did pass, the hospice nurse came, but she was so kind, just so kind and so respectful of my mother. I was with my mother in the night when she passed, by her bedside, and it was the middle of the night, or early in the wee hours of the morning, and she came and she asked permission, like, is it okay if we brush her hair, and she talked to my mom as though she was still alive, like, oh, Miss Bonnie, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And it was just such a beautiful gift to us.